Going on, everybody? You already know what it is. This is Tunensports, Cleveland Cavaliers content creator and representative. I am the voice for the Cavs fans, man. They go to preseason schedule right there, man. We are coming in soon. We inching in um on these games, man. It'll be here before you know it. October the 10th will be the first game against the Atlanta Hawks, man. Excited for it, man. I'm excited for it. Yeah, man. But let's get into it, man. Training camp. Already been 3 days of training camp. A lot of good things being said. And one key thing is definitely I keep hearing about is the spacing, man. That's what we've been talking about throughout the summer, man. Having better spacing, man. But just want to show y'all. Let's look at the roster again, man. The training camp roster. All the guys that's participating. Let me take this thing down real quick. Take this out, yeah. So that's all the names, of course, man. Um, Well, yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. We talked about a lot yesterday. I went over, I think, a lot from day one and day two. I feel like I wasn't expected to be on that long, but I went over a lot, man. But moving on towards day three from the Cavaliers practice/training camp. Just to point out some quick notes. Double T, Tristan Thompson, being vocal and being a mentor and helping out, the bigs, helping out Evan Mobley in particular. Um, Still no Ricky Rubio, so that's definitely a question mark, and that definitely increases the chances of a Ty Jerome to win that backup point guard position. And another note, Ty Jerome, he been showing good skill. He's showing he knows how to play basketball, obviously, but he's been having a good camp so far. It's still early, just the beginning, but he's been having a good camp. Another note, Donovan Mitchell. We already went over. He would not sign a contract extension until next year if he do decide to do so. Donovan Mitchell, he also recruited Niang, Ty Jerome, and Max Strus. And Kevin Love, he also helped out convincing Max Strus as well, which Max Strus already, has his mind made up to come here. And we know Niang, former teammate of Donovan in Utah, and Ty Jerome, they grew up together um, from the same area and stuff. So another note, Caris Levert. He knows his role, it seems like, and he had an injury some of us didn't even know about. Evan Mobley, he likes medium well state. uh, yeah. Some people not gonna care about that, but I'm just pointing out the notes, right? Quick notes. Another person, Imani Bates, is being praised for his basketball IQ. That's some good things to hear by Imani. Like I said, we root for Imani over here. George Niang, yeah, he's been very chatty, right? George Niang is officially the funniest person on the Cleveland Cavaliers, man, surpassing our guy Isaac Coro. Um, and he talked too much. That's what they keep saying. Which is a good thing. You know what I mean? It's a good thing, but he talked too much. And last note, JB is going 11 deep this year. It seems like that's what's being said. Crazy, 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 man. Shout out to JB, man. Shout out to Tom K in the building, man. Salute, Tony. I heard the positive feedback on Basin Porter. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right. Yeah, yo, what's you call it, man? Basin Porter, man. Imani Bates is it seemed like we already know what Imani Bates can do. He's showing that he can shoot the ball, obviously, but we seeing that he got the basketball IQ. They praise him for his basketball IQ. Like a lot of people surprised about his ability to play make. Being and I think that was the notion. Like when they said I think if you look at the scouting report, it said he's like he had to improve on playmaking. He has poor playmaking. I think more so of him being like taking a lot of shots and not being a willing passer. I think with he's playing a role with this cat team, right? It seems like he's how can I say it? He's besides his scoring, he's showing his basketball IQ. He's playmaking. They said right. He's impressing the coaching staff and his teammates. Um, Cavs Insider, they got the link too, talking about it too. Imani basically impressing the coaches and the teammates. Um, what's called it said he didn't even know he was athletic. And like we know what he could do on the offensive standpoints. I think more so like his being a willing passer, his playmaking ability, and also him being active on and off the ball. Those are good things that we could point out. But so far, it seems like Imani having a good camp, and Ty Jerome was having a good camp so far. Salute, Kev. What's going on, Kev? Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks, man. We coming for y'all. Don't worry, man. We coming, bro. Real soon. We coming for y'all, New York Knicks. Uh, Shout out to the Knicks though. I got us, man. Shout out to the Knicks. Looking like Cass said, entitled to take Rubio. Yeah, absolutely, exactly. No Rubio, right? And that's understandable. It's cool. It's cool. We know, the situation with that. There's no problem with that. But yeah, he's definitely, in my opinion, I think that Ty Jerome is going to win the backup point guard position. I mean, unless you have somebody else in mind. I don't think Craig Porter Jr. or we have Sharif at camp too, right? So yeah, I think Ty Jerome should be I think Ty Jerome gonna win it. That they seem to like his what he doing with the ball, how to run the offense. Base not rushing him, but holy cow, he has nil ceiling potential game changer. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I don't want to rush like Kobe Altman said. You heard him say like we have no real expectations um for Imani Bates. We had no real expectations for him, man. So I'm all for not rushing him. Let's let him develop, let him do his thing in the G League, and if he gets some playing time on the actual roster, that's even cool too. But definitely, just let's take it easy, step by step, man. But Imani Bates, he's working hard. I like this team, Tom. Like Tom K, I really do like this team. I like this team a lot, man. But let's jump into it. Uh, so yeah, let's talk about Evan Mobley first. I had some audio from practice, so we can listen to it real fast. Then I'll touch on it real quick. Uh, yeah, let me play this Evan Mobley audio real quick. Bear with me 1 second. This is all from day 3, by the way.
Different for you. Evan, what way does this training camp feel different for you, especially just because you've been doing this now?
Yeah, feels like I know a lot of the drills we already been through. Most of the drills is teaching the new guys on our system, our defensive system. We're also incorporating a little bit new offense. Definitely learning from that, but some of the stuff is just familiar because I've been doing it for a few years now.
And with all the work that you put in this summer, I know that you got to work out with the guys during the summertime, but actually getting to be on the floor in training camp, is there something gratifying about that for you?
Yeah, it feels good to go out there and play with them. I mean, every single day we come in here and we're really working, so it's good to see everyone and all their skill sets that they built over the summer as well, and see how good of a team like we will be eventually.
You said that you're trying to teach and help the new guys. Is that role reversal of being like the guy who was learning to the guy who's now teaching? Is that strange for you?
Not really. I feel like in basketball, that's just a natural way of life. Usually you come in as new, and then eventually it flips over at some point. So I've been through this before, and just continue to do that and teach the guys as much as I can.
Tristan was talking at Media Day how he wants to kind of take you under his wing. What has that relationship been like in the early going?
It's been great. He's a great guy. Always has great energy. And yeah, throughout practice, he talks to me a lot, giving me tips and stuff on what he sees. And yeah, he's been a great vet so far.
You said your chef introduced you to steak this summer. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium well.
Okay.
But in year three, players are usually expected to take the lead. And you're a guy who does have a lot of counting stats, but there's a lot of things that counting stats don't track. How do you quantify success and growth in your third year?
Um, I don't necessarily say there's a quantity, like a number to go off of, but just me feeling that I got better every year. That's really my main goal, is just keep getting better. So that quantifies a good year for me.
I know it's a little early, but is there something that from your off-season work and the things that you've efforted to that feels a little more comfortable this year of being in training camp than maybe in years past when you were specifically working on it?
Yeah, definitely rebounding and pushing the ball. That's a big emphasis for us as a team, and also me as well, that I worked on in the summer. So I feel a lot more comfortable with that going into the season.
Max sounds really eager about getting a two-man game working between you two, especially what he's done with Bam in the past. How do you feel like that's coming along so far, just with the pre-training camp and obviously day 3 now? And what ways do you feel like it can gradually grow?
Yeah, I feel great, honestly. Even before training camp, when we would just do our mini camps in different areas, just playing with him, getting to know him, me and him just were good in a two-man game and pick and roll. He knows how to find me in the pocket when I want it, and then also he's a threat for shooting as well. So that creates a lot of openings for me, and if not for me, then for him. So I feel like that two-man is going to be getting better and better by the day.
How big is it to have a movement shooter like that, though, on this year's team? Didn't have it really much in the past.
It's a big deal. I mean, it allows us to play in many different ways, and spread the floor, and spacing is going to be even better. So it really helps us a lot.
Have you studied any film of Bam and the connection between
Yeah.
Bam and Max?
Yeah, like first few days with Max, he got it together and asked the guys to send me clips of him and Bam and how they play pick and roll, and I feel like it's very similar to how I like playing it as well. So I feel like it's going to be really good.
Is there something that stands out about their connection that you feel like you can build specifically with Max?
Max just knows how to find the pocket like at the right exact time. I guess he's been playing with it for a while, so he's just used to that, and just his passing in the pocket is really good.
Donovan was one of the guys who mentioned all the work that you put in and how proud they were of you. How does that make you feel to know your teammates kind of support what you're doing?
It feels great. I mean, having the support is always beneficial to your growth. Knowing you guys at your back, even if you fail or don't do as well as you want initially, they got your back, and you just keep working, and eventually you're going to keep growing.
Going back to what Chris was asking about the film, is that how do you pick things up really easily when you're giving clips like that?
Yeah, I feel like I'm more visual. If I see things in person, I feel like I can pick it up very fast, just off probably watching it a few times and just going out there and executing it. So I feel like watching film and stuff like that really helped me.
Were you appreciative of how, I guess, direct Max was with making sure that he could send you those clips got sent right away?
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't really think about that initially, but he got to it real quick, and we've been working on it like since day one. So.
Hey, somebody who's so reserved, how is it having a George around practice now?
It's great. He always has great energy. I love laughing at his jokes. He always got jokes. Very lively, all that. So, I mean, it's great having a guy like that.
What about Tristan?
Tristan as well. I mean, he's jokester too a little bit. I feel like our team dynamic this year is even better, and everyone's as close as last year. So I feel like it's going to be a great year.
Feel different for you. Evan, what way does this training?
My bad. Yeah, man. Yeah. So that was Evan Mobley. Speaking on a couple things. Um, yeah. So yeah, Tom K said think Mobley can clear band this season. Can play similar action on Max Shoes. Absolutely. I don't know about the clear part, but we definitely going to see a mirror of what Bam and Max Juice had going on, man. Max Juice already have sent him some clips over. Trying to get it going early, man. As you heard Evan Mobley said, they already have like it's early, but they already have like a good connection, right? They already have like a good connection with the two man thing going on. So that's what we hoping for. Um, and Evan Mobley is, like he said, he's a fast learner. He's a visual learner, so he could see something, and it won't take him long to to learn it. And I like that about Evan Mobley. He's a fast learner and he wants to learn. And I think him and Max Strus could kick it off, man. Max Strus being I ain't gonna say a elite shooter, but he's a pretty good shooter. It's gonna be interesting, and he says that Max Strus knows his spots. Where he want. How to put it in the pocket and stuff like that. So these are all good things we hearing from the camp so far, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see. We got to see it on the floor, of course, in games, of course. But so far, so good. It seems like it sounds good. You get what I'm saying? It sounds good. Um, shout out to Dylan. Hopefully he stay healthy over there in New York as well. Hopefully he stays healthy. And yeah, absolutely, Kev. I got you. I got a couple people locked in. That I'm gonna be recapping with this season. But definitely, yeah, Kev, we could do that too. With your Knicks, definitely, keep in contact. Absolutely. Imani Bates is super nice. He just gotta be given a chance, and he gonna keep improving. And he got a chance here in Cleveland to do some good things, and no pressure on him. No pressure. He's not even. He don't have to worry about being a star or anything. No pressure, man. So yeah, but yeah, Tom K. I think that's we definitely gonna see some Max what Max Strus and Bam was doing, man. I'm excited about this offense, honestly. But you know, Evan Mobley, and this guy Strus, yeah, we definitely gonna see something, right? But Evan Mobley, with the audio I played from practice, from day three, um, the things he was talking about. So yeah, like we talked about this also with when Double T signed with us, he was going to basically be like the big homie, right? Be like the mentor towards the big man, and he's going to hold them accountable and mold them and even challenge them, in ways, right? Um, so I like that for Ev having that guy over him. I think to me, in my opinion, I think that was a good sign and a right sign. Instead of wasting it on somebody else that we probably don't even need. I know some people wanted, some people wanted Kelly Oubre and who else they wanted, John Wall and stuff like that. I think I'd rather have Tristan Thompson sign over John Wall at this point. Um, and just moving back to Ev, it's hard for me to say if Ev got bigger. They said that he got big, and then some people say he don't look as big. He definitely been in the gym. I've been posting it, and he's been, showing his gym, him being in the gym, and I've been posting on my community stuff. So it's hard for me to say if he got big, but he's definitely been in the gym all summer. Him and Isaiah definitely been working out, and Ev got a home gym and a private chef. So I have no concern really. He definitely need to get stronger, right? He need to be stronger, of course. And for the body transformation, it's not going to happen overnight. Some of y'all was like, some of y'all want the man to come in. Y'all wanted him to come into media day looking like Giannis, like on the first start of media day, and I'm just like, come on, man, it's not going to happen overnight.
Shame. Shame.
But it's going to happen, right? So, um, going back to Tom K said the band thing. I'm interested to see how this 2 man thing go. Um, with Mobley and Max Strus. He says Strus already knows what he found him, so that I just think that's good, man. And Mobley actually sitting down watching film as we expected, and his videos out there. You know, Cass Category's got some videos out there. I think showing what Ev could mirror like what Bam does. One thing about Mobley, even in his first season and going towards the second season as well, the young boy is a very fast learner. So we see him get better and better throughout stretches of the game. And I know, like, it'll take time, but he learns. He definitely learns. And you know what the best thing about Evan Mobley? He wants to learn. He wants to be better than the day before, and he's laid back and he's coachable. So that's all good things for me. And pay attention to like what everybody keeps saying after these practices and stuff, or the reporters that's at the training camp. Pay attention. The spacing, man. The spacing is great. We definitely gonna see now a different Cavs team. Same defense. Um, a different look at the offense. It's gonna look different. Similar defense. And a lot of people, they want to know about Mobley 3-point shooting. I know that's a question mark still, right? We all want to know. I'm gonna be honest. It's not the end of everything. Like if he do not shoot it effectively from outside, but still being able to shoot it, of course, yes. But with the motion offense, it's going to be proper spacing. We're going to see cuts and screens, and our bigs will be more active with the ball, of course. And Ev, he going to get to his spots, and his mid range shot will be more effective this year. More than the three ball would, I think. But his main thing right now and what he worked on is the rebounding and pushing the ball. So I don't expect too much from him from like the outside shooting aspect, but we're gonna definitely see everything else and see him with the ball more and stuff like that. Said Mobley's the key for the Cavs to make noise in the East. Yeah, Mobley's gonna be the X factor. We talked time. I told you over there on what's called it, the Cavs inside. I said, yeah, he should be the X factor definitely. I got some more audio. Matter of fact, let me play. Hold up. A lot on JB. Kickoff is up a notch. We gonna see, man. We gonna see what JB do. They gonna want JB job after this year. We gonna see, man. uh, they would test mode. We look like Yana. What's up? Right, facts. Right, man. At the one summer, right? He come back looking like Giannis. What? Yeah, man. They definitely. What if he came back looking like Giannis? Yeah, drug test him. Um, Shout out to the land of the heartless, man. Shout out to the land of the heartless 216. Make or break year for Allen. Yeah, Jared Allen. Hey, Land, I'm glad we ain't trade him though. I'm glad we ain't trade him. I mean, I was going through emotions. I was upset after we lost, but and I was calling for a trade for him at first, but then I sat back and actually thought about it. I'm like, yeah, we can't trade Jared Allen, man. And the pieces we wouldn't even have got back. We even had got back better pieces if we traded a Jared Allen. We need Jared Allen. Jared Allen is part of the defense. He's part of one of our rim protectors. But he can't have another year like he did though. Him, Dean Wade, them type of guys, right? And you know what I mean? Like if we was to trade Spider, who would it be for? Sheesh. Dang, see, I don't even want to talk about, man. Land, we come on, man. I don't even want to talk about that, man. Spider, man. We not trading Spider. We not gonna trade Spider. I just look honestly. I just want to focus on this year, man. I hate this trade Spider thing, man. I know people keep talking about it and the contract extension and him wanted to go to New York. Ah, man, that's crazy. And Dan Gilbert. I don't know if Dan gonna pull the trigger on that. If Don says he don't want to sign, he want to like keep his options open. Will they trade him? Do you think they would trade him? It's possible. They don't want to let him walk for free, right? So, and then you got to think about the luxury tax and all the other stuff. But I don't want to trade Spider though, honestly, man. We gonna see how this year work though. Um, you know, Al- He said Allen. I would also like to see him get a bit more strong. Yeah, absolutely. Allen said he been working too, man. Allen got strong. He been working on his strength over the summer. Yeah, take Cat for Allen. Yeah, man. Yeah, but will Minnesota do that? Cat for Allen, yo, that's interesting. Cat for Jared Allen, man. Right, that's what I was saying. But Minnesota won't do it. That's what I was talking about. Like, what that sound good, but will Minnesota do that though? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we gotta let Spider live. Yeah, I don't wanna trade Spider. Me personally, I don't want to get rid of Spider. I know it's a question mark with him returning back, but let's see how the season goes though. But let me play this quick audio. Um let me play this quick audio from what you call it. Let me play this quick audio from I want to Caris Levert. 1 second. But nah, I don't want to trade Allen. I mean, I don't want to trade Spider. That's what I said. Jared Allen, we gonna see how this season goes, honestly, man. With some of these guys. But I like the roster. I know the East look a little tougher right now, but we're gonna see what happens, man. But let me play this quick audio from Caris Levert. Bear with me 1 second.
About how it's his intention this year to put you guys in uncomfortable spots throughout the course of the regular season so that you can be comfortable in the uncomfortable. How much do you think that can benefit you guys?
I think situations like in life and in basketball, I think you grow in uncomfortable situations. So, I mean, I feel like if you take it on with the right mentality and the right, the mindset, it may be uncomfortable at first, but once you keep doing it, you'll be more comfortable at it and you'll grow.
How do you compare this year's training camp to last year so far?
I feel like it's been very similar. Obviously, we got a couple new players that we're integrating into the offense and the defense. But it's been very similar, going over defensive sets. I think offensively we're changing some things around, so it's been a little bit of a switch for that as well.
In what way do you feel like the stylistic changes offensively can benefit you guys the most?
I think just more spacing on the floor. Obviously, with the added shooting that we went and got over the offseason, be more lanes to drive because of the spacing. You have to kind of respect those guys out there with George and Max and Ty. And I think that'll benefit everyone, from the guards to the bigs. But I think the challenge will be defensively still, setting our defense and making sure we're getting good shots so we can set our defense.
You mentioned those new guys on the team. Obviously, some of it comes naturally, but how much emphasis is about you guys making that chemistry and getting them to be a part and feel a part of this team?
Yeah, it's been pretty easy, pretty natural. Those guys are, veteran guys. They played on really good teams, championship level teams. So they've got really high basketball IQ and really fun guys to be around. So it's been very seamless, really.
What did you go ahead?
How was George's personality already kind of integrated and influenced the team in practice?
Yeah, you hear him now. He's over there. I don't know what he's talking about, but he just doesn't stop. But we need that. You need that on every team, someone who kind of lifts the spirits. Every day is not going to be a 20-point win, you know what I mean? So you need guys who are kind of keeping it light around here, and George is definitely one of those guys.
Jonathan mentioned how last year coming to training camp, it's almost like it takes a little bit more out of you just because you're trying to acclimate to a new team. You even felt more tired last year. Is there something to that coming back this year and feeling more comfortable and having a little bit of
Definitely. You kind of know what to expect a little bit. Personalities a little bit more from the coaches. You know what they expect as well. So I think, when you're more prepared, you're more relaxed as well. So it's just an easier experience.
What did you know about Ty Jerome before he got here, and what have you seen in the first couple of days that stands out to you about him?
I knew he was super skilled, high basketball IQ, really good shooter. I think he's shown that he's really competitive as well, in the first couple of days of camp. But I've watched him closely, since he's been at UVA. So I've been a fan since then. So I've kind of known his game. But, seeing him up close, it's the same as watching him. Like I said, he's a very skilled player, and he takes winning seriously.
Do you remember the game last year when him and Golden State made like a million threes against you?
Of course, here at home, yeah, they all did. I don't know how much he had. It was over 20 though. Jordan had like 30 something. Anthony Lamb hit like 4 threes. I remember for sure.
You talked on media day about your role being a little bit more defined this year. In what way do you feel like that's going to be, how you're going to contribute to the team a little differently?
Yeah, I feel like last year, with Donovan joining the team and me being fairly new, we were kind of figuring each other out, early within the season. And I think halfway through we kind of caught our rhythm where we kind of knew where our roles were and they were more defined. And I feel like, throughout the summer, it was good to kind of just stick where we were at and then just keep building off of it. I think we've done that, this far in training camp. And it'll be fun this year, obviously having that experience behind us and then just keep building off of that.
How much of training camp are you using as like truly a build-up into the season? Or are you the kind of guy that's like, no, we're practicing and I'm 100% full go right now?
Yeah, I try to push it. As much as I can, just because I know it's super important to build that foundation, get your conditioning in early, so that when the season hits, you're not really worried about being tired. You're kind of worrying about making the right reads, getting your touch together, and things like that. It's tougher when you're fighting the conditioning game as well when the season starts. So I try to push it out right now.
What happened to your shoulder that required surgery?
I tore my labrum at the end, like when I got traded from Indiana. So it was tough. I finished the season out, but as soon as the season was over with, I had surgery. So I wasn't able to really do much that off season. So this off season, I've had a fresh one.
You compared last camp to somewhat like a rookie season, and to go off Serena's question of it, do you think just having that clean bill of health last year and that healthy off season this year, like it's going to make a huge difference for you heading into this upcoming season?
For sure. I haven't had that since I've been in the league, like a full healthy season and then followed by a full healthy off season. It's been the first time, so I felt it, thus far in camp, and I'm looking forward to building off of it for the season.
Darius is the longest tenured member of the Cavs, and he has talked about stepping into.
Yo, I didn't even know though. I remember him having an injury, right? I don't remember him having surgery though. I don't even remember him having like that shoulder injury when he had got traded here from Indiana. That was his first season. He not talking about that was his first season. He talking about his very first season being traded. Towards the end of what was that? What we traded for him by deadline, right? Yeah. So I don't remember him having surgery on his shoulder. When he got traded here, I do remember him being out for the foot injury thing, but the shoulder I didn't even know. That's crazy. See how some things could go unnoticed. So to the Caris haters out there and the haters who are now rooting for him, man, get off his back, man. Like that's something I didn't know though. The shoulder thing, the foot thing I did know. I didn't know, man. But Caris Levert, yeah, man, that was Caris Levert. No wait, let me read. No stars should sign early. This is a negotiation. You got to see Cass playing. Why would he act desperate like he's scared for a deal? Yeah, yeah, he wasn't gonna sign early. Like I know he wasn't gonna sign early. Tom, you remember I made the video. I did the live twice. I think talking about Donovan. I think I talked about Donovan. Yeah, I talked about Donovan extension and stuff. And he wasn't going to sign when y'all want him to sign. It wouldn't. I don't think it would make sense from a business sense. I think he'll make way more money, right? So I wasn't expecting him to sign this summer. Like that would be foolish of me to expect that. So next year we are going to see what happens. Right now is we are in the moment, so it's like the right now is the right now. So yeah, yeah, basically. But um, Cass Levert had the injury. I didn't know. Um, we keep talking about space. They keep bringing up the space. We spoke about space before the summer came. And that's going to be a thing to look at, man. I'm going to be interested in space, and then the JB thing. JB is going to challenge this team this year. We're going to see how the team adapt, of course, to being uncomfortable. I'm curious to see what the uncomfortable thing going to be. What JB is talking about exactly. Cavs mentioned it. JB I think mentioned it. So we're going to see about that. And it's good that we have. I, Maybe it's me. I don't know, but I think we have the best team in the NBA as far as like chemistry goes. There's some teams that there's a lot of drama going around and drama going on behind scenes that don't always make it to the news and until later sometimes. But I think like as far as chemistry goes, I think we good. Like we have a good team and we still got the great chemistry adding these new additions we brought in. Um, I think we brought in some guys, who are good guys, but still got some grit to them and won't back down and still will be vocal and hold you accountable. Like they good guys, but they also gonna show like they gonna call you out. So I think that's good. I think we needed that. Um, and I told y'all Niang, was my favorite signing. I don't know. I like the over Max Struess. But then again, I'm like Max Juice is a piece we needed as well. So, but for me, as I mentioned before, I think Niang was my favorite signing out of all of the moves. Because I was just particularly thinking about floor spacing and the toughness and other stuff. Um, but yeah, that was my favorite sign out of all the moves we made. Not only a good player, but he also is a good locker room guy who's funny and serious. He could be funny and serious at the same time. We had some funny guys like Richard and Channing in the past on this casting with LeBron, but I don't know if I ever took them serious. Like I don't know if they like they was always goofy with it, right? But they could play. Channing would give you some buckets from outside, but like I, I'm not gonna compare the two, but I'm just trying to say like that's similar ways we had some funny guys. Um, and some of y'all fans be saying like who we should go get or trade for, like you should go get this person or sign this person, you know. And the people they be saying like I'm talking about some Cavs fans, This go for a lot of fan bases, I think, too. Who be wanting certain players, but it's not the right move. But it's like people be saying like go sign and trade for players that is a distraction or a bad teammate. And with my thing, I just be sitting here, I just be looking like every time I see go get this person, go get that person, and I don't be agreeing with the move. I don't think that would be the right move. I don't like. There's teams that don't even want James Harden. Shout out to James Harden, but there's teams that don't even want James Harden. There's teams that don't want James Harden, and trust me, James Harden might be moved. I don't know. I don't know yet. He might. It looked like Clippers, but I don't even know that how true to believe. I don't know how much I believe it at, but it looked like Clippers is still trying to trade for James Harden. I gotta ask my peoples, but yeah, man, James Harden, like John Wall, like, I wouldn't want them on my team. There's nothing against them. It just got to make sense, right? Let me take this off real quick. But I just be looking at it when people be saying like, we should get this person, we should go get that person, because I think it's the skill, the talent that they have. They're not looking at the overall bigger picture of the actual person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just about having all that talent or just it gotta be the right fit and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, man. But I just be sitting and like thinking like our front office was like they would never make a move or do that. They would never go after them guys. Like I'm like, y'all be tripping. The way the team is built like that for a reason. JB is the head coach for a reason. You feel me? So it's like, but the team they still have great chemistry. No egos. I feel like Caris and Spider been a Cavalier for like a full season now. Um, got a whole year, and Caris knows what to expect now. And yeah, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So yeah, let's get to the last point, man. Um, let's get to the last point. Let me read what Tom said before I get to the last point. Levert, people wanted to trade him too. Now he is a key versatile piece. Fans can't be so react all the time. Yeah, but it comes with the game. You're gonna have people that overreact. You're gonna have people that love you and then they hate you the next minute. It's all about what you can do for them. What have you done lately? And Caris had earned. I feel like he earned the respect back after having a good end to the season, not the playoff series. I'm saying like he started being more consistent. He had that stretch and showing what he could actually do. So like I feel like Karras earned the respect back from Cavs fans that wanted to get rid of him in the beginning of the season. And I understand, you get. I understand, bro. Players play bad or they you not, but you understand he played he sacrificed. He played a certain type of role. He didn't play how he was playing in Brooklyn. Like he played the role. He came off the bench. He did whatever JB asked him to do, and that's players you want. You want coachable players that do what you ask them to do, right? Caris Levert basically, I'm saying that he bought in, and that's why he's back now. He loved the team and he's trying to win here. So you want players like that you can coach. But let's get to the last point. Um, let's talk about this man right here, J.B. Bickerstaff, who I'm cool with. I like J.B. Bickerstaff. I know some fans want him gone. They don't feel like he's the right coach. They feel like we reached as far as we could go with this guy. And I I won't disagree with you and I won't agree with you, but we're gonna see what happens this season, man. But let's talk about JB real fast. It's the last point. Let's talk about this man and his 11-man rotation, right? He said 11 man, right? I think he said 11-man rotation, right? He going 11 deep this year. I think he said that. I think he said that, right? Now I know y'all not trying to hear him. Y'all don't want to hear it or believe nothing JB says, right? And I get it. I get it. Like he would have moments when he didn't even play like Osman. It's like they had like some type of beef going on, and then he went to play Lamar. Lamar had to beg to get in the game. Not literally. He didn't really beg him, but I'm just being funny. Like Lamar would have to beg for minutes. Like
Shame. Shame.
so it's like, do you really believe JB gonna go 11 deep this year? Is he really gonna go towards his bench and stuff like that? But like JB is like the type of guy like he's the guy like if you ain't doing your job, he's gonna let you know. Like he gonna let you know you're not doing your job. He's gonna challenge you, and he will even probably bench you. That's a fact. So let me play this quick JB audio. This is gonna be the last point, and let me play this JB audio real fast, and then I'm gonna elaborate on it. So yeah, this JB Bickerstaff from day 3.
George contribute to the personality of this team already?
He's a personality. He's a person that people like to be around. He has the ability to like teach and correct, through humor sometimes. So people are disarmed right away, and they listen to him because they don't feel like it's a personal attack. So he brings a leadership style, a veteran experience that he's easily, he can share, and people listen, and because of who he is as a person.
Does it not feel like a personal attack because he's kind of self-deprecating?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Does it not feel like a personal attack because he's a little self-deprecating in his humor?
Yeah, I think like if you can laugh at yourself, right? Like, then you can typically go at other people and they don't feel, like you're attacking them because you're not above it. And they know, like, they can go at him, and he doesn't take it personally either. So, but that's, getting to know him, that's his personality on the court and off the court.
At this point of camp, how much scrimmaging are you doing versus drilling?
I would say a lot of both. Mostly, obviously, yesterday with the one session, we did quite a bit of scrimmaging. Practice was longer, so we did, about half drills and half scrimmages. The mornings are more drills. So like this morning was a lot of just cleanup, attention to detail. And then tonight, will be a lot more live and scrimmaging action.
Are you going harder with the guys than you did at this point last year, would you say?
I don't know. They complained it was hard last year. So, we're getting after it. And it's, it's with intent and purpose. Like, we want to make this difficult. We want to put ourselves not only physically but mentally in a conditioning space that gives us an advantage. So if we know we can go through difficult things, when it happens in games or whenever it may be, we've already been tested. So that's kind of the plan of now and continuing that through the season.
Yesterday you spoke really highly of Ty Jerome, and nobody knows what's going to happen when it comes to Ricky. But Ty, during his career, has never been a full-time backup point guard. He's always been a third guard. Do you believe that he's ready to become a backup point guard? Yeah,
Ty is a really good basketball player. And he understands how to run a team. He understands and has empathy for his teammates on the floor. He knows the importance of the small things and does a great job communicating, getting guys in spots and putting them in the right places on both ends of the floor. Like I said yesterday, it will be hard to keep Ty off the floor.
There was a lot of things that you asked of Caris last year. He talked about it on media today that his role is going to be a little bit more defined probably. So how do you envision that role being, and how do you feel like he's going to respond to that?
I think he'll respond the same way he always does and go after it. He is such a weapon, but I think what we've seen Caris, is he's a versatile player that can do a lot of different things. He's a basketball player. I think early on he was labeled as a scorer, and he has the ability to score the basketball, but he's a really good playmaker. He can play the pick and roll and make all the reads. He can cut and make things happen off the ball. You saw last year he was a high-level spot shooter. So there's not a lot of things offensively that he can't do. And then defensively, you saw him guard the other team's best players on given night. So we want Caris to be the best version of himself. And again, the minutes and the rotations and all that things, because of our depth, we feel like we can put a lot of quality lineups on the floor. But Caris is one of those guys that's going to play and he's going to help us a lot.
How much did the first few weeks of this practicing and into training camp show you and highlight the value of the things that these guys have done in their individual off-seasons?
It's the best part about our group is, like, even their individual work is aimed at helping the team become better, right? Like, we don't have guys who go and just work on dribble because it looks good and it might get them a shot. Like, we have guys that have gone away through the summer, figured out what they did last year and how that could, what teams did defensively, how they guarded them, and then now how can I be better at that to make my team better and make my teammates better. So, this is a great chance. Guys typically don't play a lot of defense over the summer, but this is a great chance for guys to come back against, in practice. The opponent is actually defending, and defending them in certain ways. And so you can see what they've worked on and see if they're able to make the right read or make the right decision versus however the defense is playing.
You had mentioned depth. Do you have an idea or a number in your head of how deep you're willing to go bench-wise this year?
I think as we go through the season, everybody's going to get a look because that's just what happens in the NBA season. We could easily go 11 deep. I think what you do is, and, you look around at teams that have kind of done that, is, certain guys may find 3 or 4 game blocks. If they keep it rolling, they keep going, and then you rotate because you're going to need guys throughout the season. But, I'm really comfortable, with the entirety of our roster, and, everybody on this roster can help us in some way.
In saying that, you've been pretty consistent in saying that you're most comfortable with a 9 or 10-man rotation. So are you now ready to change that to 11?
The 11th guy, will find his minutes throughout the bulk of the season, right? It's difficult to get to 11 guys of consistency in a 48-minute game. But, that 10th man can rotate between whoever that 11, 12, 10 guy is, and I think that's where that guy will find his minutes.
Going back to Ty, when you guys finally signed him, did you have any flashbacks to when him and Golden
He busted
State...
our ass. Yeah, he busted our ass completely, and that was the first thing that came to mind. Yeah.
All right, was the last question. George,
You-
personality of the team.
yeah, man.
I mean, he's
You
when you say
heard you
personality,
heard
you know, he's
you heard what he said, man. Ty Jerome gave it to us. Yeah, man. Everybody remember that game. Caris, everybody remember that game. The Warriors third unit. They yeah, they definitely gave it to the Cavs, especially Ty Jerome. That's what I think really we really go back to was that game that made it even more interesting to sign him. But JB with the 11-man rotation, right? The 11, the go 11 deep. Let me try to say exactly what he said, right? The 11-man going deep. In my opinion, I have the training camp roster up here, and you kind of could gather of who will be coming off the bench and possibly getting minutes and being part of that 11-man deep rotation or whatever. In my opinion, right? And it's my opinion. It's in my opinion, right? Still got a couple days to go, right? Before that actual season starts, of course. In my opinion, I think JB trusts his roster more than last year. I think he trusts his roster more than the last year roster. Not saying he didn't trust or he didn't think Osman, Neto, Lamar Stevens, even Diakite that was on the two-way, uh, and Robin Lopez, like guys like that, like those names right there is like I don't know, man. Like I don't know, man. Look, I just trying to say like just compare the bench to our bench now. But I think JB is not going to be against going to his bench more because like I'm gonna just say it, man. Our bench wasn't that good. It wasn't that good last season. Like, it wasn't as good as I thought it was. Like, I don't care. I said it. To me, the bench wasn't that good. I've been saying that our bench wasn't that good. I say it every time I get a chance to, but I try not to, to disrespect last year bench because I rock with some of them guys, right? I don't think our bench was that good. The bench production, it wasn't there.
Shame. Shame.
It wasn't there for me, man. We relied heavily on our core, to score sometimes, and our bench production wasn't good enough. I felt like I feel like I think Caris was the only one, doing most of the scoring at times. Dean Wade, he fell off. I hope Dean Wade could bounce back. Fans already want Dean Wade gone. He fell off. Rubio was coming back from an injury. We know how the ACL thing go. And Osman, with Osman, he would give you 2 or 3 good nights, and then he would disappear. Or JB just wouldn't play him for some reason. But Osman was a wild card. I always said Osman was a wild card, and he could be inconsistent more than he's consistent. So the 11-man thing, uh, I think JB is more comfortable going 11-man deep this season because we have better depth and talent, in my opinion. Even down to the two-way guys. They pretty good as well. On two-way guys, Imani Bates, Isaiah Mobley, Craig Porter Jr. I feel like they all can impact and help this team win. Um, I know you ain't talking about Lamar. No, Lamar. I had to mention Lamar. Lamar, my guy, man. Lamar. I was upset when Lamar got traded, but I was upset more than I was with the Osmond trade. I was upset Lamar got traded, but I had to throw him in there because he's part of the bench, man. Lamar didn't even get he didn't even get a chance to play as much, but our bench wasn't like it wasn't. I think well we have to wait and see, right? We had to wait and see what the season looked like when we actually start playing teams. But I like this bench. Robin Lopez, man, what Robin Lopez. Yo, shout out to Robin Lopez because he was a funny guy too. He's a vet, funny guy. But I don't feel like Robin Lopez really and helped us in any type of way. I don't, we obviously got bounced out the first round, but I don't know, man. Robin Lopez, Neto, I like the Neto signing, but Neto didn't even. I thought Neto was gonna play in the playoffs. I thought because I thought with JB was gonna try something different. But our bench was, it wasn't that for me, man. But I just look at this team now, even with the two way guys, like it's just even the two-way guys, I see where they can help this team at. Like they bring something different to the table. Imani Bates brings something different to the table, especially at that height. Craig Porter Jr. brings something different to the table. Being able to defend, being resilient, playmaking, and all that stuff, and being poised, and him being a point guard and him having bunnies. He got some hops. Isaiah Mobley. What's understood ain't got to be explained. He's a pretty solid player. Um, who else we got? Damian Jones. I don't know, man. He when you look at this roster, right? Um, who would you say that would come off? Who will you say will be coming off the bench for us? We still in training camp. Um, I think JB is going to go. I think he's going to run like a 9 to 10 man rotation, and that 11th guy or 10th guy is going to rotate. He's going to rotate. You get what I'm saying? I hope I'm not trying to explain it wrong, but I think that he's going to do the 9-10 man rotation thing. And I think the 11th guy, um, maybe 12, who knows? Maybe 12. They're gonna rotate. So what he was saying is like it won't be like every game. I think some games throughout the season that's what's gonna happen. Every guy's gonna get a chance to do what they do, right? And you got to be in rhythm. That's why you can't play everybody, but and some of these guys got to be in rhythm, right? Make sure they playing consistently. But I think he's gonna look at um I think he's gonna do it like that. I hope I ain't explaining it wrong, but we have better options. JB have a better selection of a bench to go to. I think that's how he feel. Let me see as you said. Tom said bench that way better. Set up this shit. Yeah, bench that way better. Set up this shit. Kobe did work. Hope he keeps it on a roll. Okay, okay. Yeah. Bench. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that. I think Kobe did a good job. Um, I think he did a good job. So like with the like who would come off the bench like. Cause he said 11 man. He gonna go 11 deep. It ain't gonna be like that every game. So you have off the bench. You already have Caris Levert, um, Ty Jerome. Who else we got? Let's see. Ty Jerome, Caris Levert, Sam Merrill. Sam Merrill. Okay, so basically we're gonna see guys like Sam Merrill and whoever else. I know Sam Merrill gonna get some time. He got to get some playing time. I like what he did in that summer league, man. Uh, So we got Sam Merrill, Todd Jerome, Castle. No. We got Todd Jerome, Cass Levert, Isaiah Coro, because we need the defense. Obviously, he's our best perimeter defender. Him and Levert could defend. So Isaac, Levert, Todd Jerome, Isaac Coro, Levert, Todd Jerome, Niang. So yeah, because you need the big man, right? And Niang probably gonna play 4 or 5, right? So Niang, Cass Levert, Isaac Coro, and Todd Jerome. Did I miss anybody? So those the 4 key guys that should be coming off that bench, and that would be like the 9 man. So that's the 9 man so far. So so then you look at the 10th and 11th guy, right? I'm trying to think, man. You said Todd Jerome, yeah. So we said Todd Jerome. So Todd Jerome, Isaac Coro, Kaz Levert, Niang. So that's 4 guys, right? So yeah, we said 4 guys. Damian Jones, that's interesting because you would think like have somebody come in and help out Allen, right? Because Damian Jones is our center, and you also had Tristan Thompson, but who I don't know, man. I Tristan Thompson still got some juice in him. He still got a little left in the tank, but I'm not looking for Tristan Thompson to get playing every game. So we'll see. I think JB might look at the young boy, Damian Jones, being that backup center, right? So I mean, it's interesting to see, man. We already know like the four main guys that's gonna be coming off the bench. No Ricky Rubio, so it would just be Ty Jerome, Isaiah Coro, Caris Levert, and the Yang. Um, and then of course the 10th, 11th man, we got Sam Merrill, we got Damian Jones, we got Tristan Thompson, and I think I said everybody that's Tristan Thompson, Damian Jones. I don't know, man. So yeah, but we look, we know who the four guys is. So after that, we just gonna assume Sam Merrill and Damian Jones. Oh, dang. Yeah, I forgot. Yo, is he on the I don't even see his name. Is his name up here? Where's his name at? Oh man, I don't even got his name. Yo, I forgot about Dean Wade. Yo, I forgot about Dean Wade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. I was thinking like in my head, I'm thinking like I'm forgetting somebody. There's somebody else on this team. I forgot. Um, Dean Wade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, 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 right. Okay, so Dean Wade. So those the guys right there, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Dean Wade definitely depending on how JB feeling. If JB don't treat him like Lamar Stevens or whoever, we'll see if Dean Wade gets some playing time. But those the guys right there, man. So I think that's how he gonna do it. I mean, I think I understand his 11 man, him going deep, and how he explained it. And we keep hearing Ty Jerome, name come up. So he most likely will be the backup point guard. If he's impressing in camp like that, he's gonna be the backup point guard. No Ricky Rubio. I don't see nobody else that would beat him. That would beat him out for the point guard position. He's gonna be the full time backup point guard if he keeps doing how everybody say he's doing, man. But yeah, man, that was I think that's it, man. Of the day 3, man, of training camp. We covered everything. JB rotation, Caris, Evan Mobley, Imani Bates. Imani Bates even impressing players and coaches. That's very interesting to see. In here, man. So yeah, man. I'm excited. Uh, I'm excited for the season. We're gonna definitely see what this new offense look like very soon. We're gonna see it very soon, man. We got the schedule. We definitely gonna see what happens, man. But stay tuned. Just stay tuned. And I do want to say, I hope Sharif do land on somebody's team, man. It might not be for the Cavs, but I hope he do end up on somebody's roster because I think Sharif Cooper deserve to be on somebody's team, man. Shout out to Sharif Cooper. But yeah, man, that's been my time, man. I thank everybody for viewing the live, man. Shout out to everybody on the playback. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Tom K, man. And the land of the heartless, man. Shout out to the land. But I'm out, man. That's been my time, man. Go Cavs.
you in